What is going on, Headliner Nation? Week 13 now, fantasy football live show, and a lot of people making a run at the playoffs, Kyle. And we got a lot of football to talk about here for a little bit of time. Anyway, how are we doing?
It just feels good to be back.
Yeah, well, hey, we're glad to have you
Feels
back.
nice.
Yeah, it's glad to have you back, Kyle, after last week and your internet decided just to say piss on it and not work. A lot of
Had
people hit
issues a couple of weeks ago. Then we had internet issues last week, and it's just been a mess. It has been a mess.
Yep, but you're back, and you're better than ever, and you're going to lead people to the promised land of all things quarterback and tight end.
All things quarterback and tight end. I'm going to whisper to them a little bit.
Wow. Well, we're running out of days that we're going to whisper. I mean, we only have, including this one, five more live shows, including this one, for at least the rest of the regular season. I mean, we'll still do this stuff all year long, but as far as regular season goes, we're running out of time here, and it's gone super fast. But now we got to get that push to the playoffs. We got to make some people win some fantasy championships, and already the chat is popping like usual. It does not take very long here for Headliner Nation to get involved. I don't know what that is.
It's popping.
That is awkward, is what that is. Not exactly something that I want the internet to see. I think we may have just lost 6 viewers.
Too late.
Too late. All right. Well, hey, we're going to get right into a lot of these questions, answer as many of them as we possibly can, trying to keep it fun and energetic. And maybe if we get all the likes that we need, Kyle, we'll let it flow. Maybe you'll let it flow too. Maybe.
I don't know if I can let it flow. I'm having a really good hair day.
Don't. You are just on something different tonight. All right. Let's see here. What's going on? Giannis says, "What's up, Headliner Nation?" Jake, Kyle, what's going on? Giannis, how you doing out there, my friend?
My man Giannis.
Alfredo Olvera. Here's a good one, Kyle. The Colts running back or Shady McCoy. He doesn't even know his name, but he's wondering if he should start him. Jonathan Williams. Or Shady McCoy. Now, Shady McCoy is going to get a huge bump now that there is no Damian Williams, but do not forget that Darrell Williams is a thing. He's going to be involved in the running game. He's going to have red zone touches at times. It's going to be somewhat confusing. Jonathan Williams is somebody who's definitely going to see the volume. I mean, he's going for back-to-back 100-yard games. He's definitely somebody who's probably going to see more consistent volume. A little bit more difficult of a matchup going up against Tennessee, though. So if I had to pick one personally, I'm still sticking, as of right now, with Jonathan Williams.
Right out of the gate, some quarterback and tight end questions. So Scott Fiore wants to know Goff, Baker, Brissett, Carr, and half PPR. Not that matters too much. Again, quarterbacks, that doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with Goff. I've got them higher than the rest of them this week.
Goff.
And then
that's Goffle.
That's Goff.
That's just
and then
Goffle.
Lockford23 says Ertz or Higbee. Well, at this point, Ertz, it's looking really bad for tomorrow. They've called up another tight end from the practice squad, signed him. So it's not looking great for Ertz tomorrow. So it's going to be Higbee more than likely, but you have to keep an eye on it overnight.
Yeah, that's a legit question. I mean, it's crazy to even think about Tyler Higbee being an option in Week 13, but going up against the Arizona Cardinals, who have been horrible against tight ends this year, not a bad option if there is no Zach Ertz.
Mm-hmm. So then back to you now. Tan Fam needs to know, barely made the playoffs thanks to you guys. Appreciate it, Tam. Glad you made it into the playoffs. Thielen or Jonathan Williams for the flex and a half PPR?
I'm going Jonathan Williams, and I'm not even looking back. Now, am I happy to say that? No, not exactly, because, I mean, you see the name Adam Thielen, and if he's out there playing, you want him in your lineup. But I'm really, really worried when he had a little bit of an injury scare here on Monday this week. He's already been dealing with a hamstring injury. Do I really want to risk it in Week 13 with a wide receiver who's missed a few weeks, just had something flare up during the week, and then take a chance on him this week? I don't think I want to do that, especially with Jonathan Williams. He's going to go out there. He's going to touch the ball 15 to 20 times. I think he's safer here this week.
Corbett Foster in a PPR wide receiver need to. Parker, Debo, Fuller, Sterling, Kirk or Fitzgerald.
And we need how many of them?
2. Parker, Debo, Fuller, Sterling, Kirk, Fitzgerald.
Man. Right now, my 2 highest that I have are Devontae Parker and Sterling Shepard. And I cannot believe I'm saying Devontae Parker is a legit option. I mean, that is something I never thought I'd say, but he's been playing pretty well this season, and partially it's because Preston Williams, the rookie, went down. He's seen more additional volume on a weekly basis. Fitzmagic doesn't give two craps. He's going to go out there and just throw the ball because why? They have no running game. Kalen Ballage runs backwards more than forwards, so they're going to have to throw the ball. Really, one of their only pass catchers is fantasy Bigfoot Devontae Parker. So for me, it's Parker and Shepard.
And then he also needs a running back, just one. Sony, Chase, or Snee.
Man, I don't. Is none of them an option? I mean, if I had to choose one, I'll go with Sony. I'll go with Sony Michel. I mean, I'm not overly excited about it though. Hopefully he can get going. Hopefully he can touch the ball about 15 times this week.
RC Productions says, "What's up, guys? Tight end question: Hollister or Rudolph? I have Hollister higher."
Wow. You should wear like a Hollister shirt. Isn't that like a brand of clothing?
It is.
I wouldn't know. I mean, I don't.
I think it's what the cool kids are wearing, Jake.
I'm not that cool.
We've always been rebels.
I have a Who Would Jesus draft shirt on. Okay, I don't care about Hollister clothing.
Which is perfect because I remember during the off season you said that and someone got super angry.
I got super hate for that. Everybody thought I was being sacrilegious for talking about Who Would Jesus draft. Come on, people, lighten up.
Carlos Lara, I need 140 PPR points from Lamar, Cook, Aaron Jones, Hopkins, Adams, and Kupp. Do we think it's possible? Love your videos. Love you, Carlos. Do we think it's possible?
I mean, anything in 2019 is possible. We've seen some pretty crazy crap here this year. So I'm going to say it's possible. Do I love it? I don't love it. I mean, I'm kind of worried a little bit about DeAndre Hopkins this week. I think he still has a solid game, but does he have huge numbers? I don't know. Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens and San Francisco 49ers game, this is something we all need to pay attention to. Also, there's a high chance that it's going to be, bad weather conditions, bad field conditions, a lot of rain for that game. It's going to be a heavy game on the ground. Now, yeah, that helps out Lamar Jackson to a certain extent, but maybe they rely a little bit more on Mark Ingram and Gus Edwards and try to limit the risk of Lamar Jackson, scrambling too much if it's horrible weather conditions. I mean, it's kind of iffy, but is it possible? Yeah, absolutely, it's possible.
I definitely think he has the right players. He just doesn't have the best matchups.
Yeah, the names is 100%. It's just a bad week for it. I mentioned in the wide receiver start-sit episode that this may be one of the most untimely matchups for DeAndre Hopkins to have the entire season. A lot of people in a must-win week, and you draw the New England Patriots and Stephon Gilmore. That's tough.
Jason Abreu wants to know Woods, Snell, Darrell, or Tevin Coleman.
Woods, Snell, Darrell Williams, and Tevin Coleman.
Yep.
And we're only choosing one.
Yep.
Man. Read them off to me one more time. Let me pull my sheet out here. I got my cheat sheet here.
Woods, Snell,
yeah,
Darrell Williams,
yeah,
Tevin Coleman. I know it's not Tevin.
It's Tevin Coleman. It's Tevin Coleman. Yes, I got you. I mean, I hate to really trust Tevin Coleman at this point, especially where it's talking about the bad weather. Darrell Williams may be somewhat touchdown dependent because he's splitting with Shady. Benny Snell's going to touch the ball a lot, and he's going up against Cleveland. I mean, it's not a bad option. I mean, hopefully it's not PPR because he's not going to help you there, and he looks like he's running with cinder blocks on his feet. But I guess Benny Snell is probably going to be who I choose there just for the sheer volume alone.
And then after that, Carlos says that he forgot he has Kelsey too. So he has Kelsey as well and needs 140 PPR points.
Well, I mean, that also helps. I mean,
helps.
You're trending in the right direction, Carlos.
Chris Rosado, excuse me. Crowder, Westbrook, or Boyd and a half PPR.
Crowder, Westbrook, or Boyd.
And a half PPR.
Man, right now I have Boyd at 21 and Crowder at 23. I have Boyd 2 spots higher. They're pretty close, and I'm really banking on the fact that the first 8 weeks of the season, when Andy Dalton was under center, Tyler Boyd was a solid wide receiver 2 on a weekly basis. I don't have the notes right here in front of me, but I believe he had like 5 out of the 8 games with double-digit targets. I mean, he's going to see a lot of volume with Andy Dalton there, and in my opinion, I gamble a little bit and go with Tyler Boyd.
Also, Ronald Jones or Shady McCoy and a half PPR. I already know what you're going to say.
Say no to Rojo, people. Go with McCoy.
Here's the thing. He's probably going to score 1 touchdown tomorrow, and then that's it. That seems like what he's been doing.
Yeah, he'll get you like 12 points, just enough for it to be a miss on my start sit video, but not enough to really totally excite you.
He also says, thanks, guys. Look forward to this every Saturday. Keep up the great work. Appreciate it, Chris.
What does Mark
Graham
Ingram say?
Barnes.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
That's what Mark Ingram did in the press conference. Big trust. Whoop, whoop.
Graham Barnes says, sup, guys. What's going on, Graham? And it says tiered PPR.
Maybe he has a tier. He's crying.
You get a certain amount of points for every reception you get, I believe is what he's saying there.
Okay.
So Shepard, Cooks, or Deontay Johnson, thanks.
Shepard, Cooks, or Deontay Johnson. Right now, Shepard, I think, is going to be a little bit safer there. With no Golden Tate and no Evan Ingram, it'll be a lot of Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton. Slayton may have the higher ceiling, safer floor, though I think is going to be Sterling Shepard.
Kyle Riley says DD, Keenan Allen, D-Hop. That's all it says. I don't know anything else other than that. I don't know if we're taking one. I don't know any of that.
I mean, right now I have DeAndre Hopkins still ranked highest out of that group, even though he does have a tough matchup. It's just so hard to sit him this week in a must-win. Keenan Allen, he's somebody who could possibly have a decent game, but the higher upside, I still think we have to go with D-Hop.
Curtis Jones says pick 3. And I lost it. There it is. Pick 3, Jeffrey, Lockett, Shepard, Moore, and Parker.
Jeffrey, Lockett, Shepard, Moore, and Parker.
So I think Lockett's one of them, right?
Lockett's going to be one of them. DJ Moore is going to be one of them also.
And Parker or Shepard? I feel like you're picking either of those guys over Jeffrey. Maybe not.
I mean, who else are they going to throw the ball to besides Alshon Jeffrey and maybe Dallas Goedert? You know what I mean? I think Alshon gets a big bump there. Being that he's one of the only options in that offense in a matchup going up against the Dolphins. Is it safe, though? I don't know if it's safe. I still think Shepard may be slightly safer, but Alshon, he may be peppered with targets all game.
Deadly Voltage. Already have Godwin and Thomas in at wide receiver. Do I flex OBJ, Eckler, Hunt, Fuller, or Debo?
Man. OBJ or Eckler is probably going to be...
Am I crazy to say Eckler over OBJ?
I think Eckler is still safer over OBJ. I mean, I think it is. I mean, I know the Browns, they've been playing some less than stellar opponents here as of late. And I know the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is a step up from what they've been used to, but the offense is starting to get going. I mean, it's starting to look a little bit better. At least they're doing what they're supposed to do against those weaker teams. I hate to bench Odell Beckham. I think that if you do it and he goes off, he's going to cause you to, lose hair because you benched somebody that you spent a first or second round pick on. But I still think Austin Eckler is a little bit safer. So I'm going to say whatever your lineup looks like, if you have a lot of risk in there already, then I'm going with Eckler. If you're pretty solid all the way around, then I go with Odell Beckham and cross your fingers. Nope, I don't know. But tell me, Kyle.
So I feel like Hunt's going to see at least 5 targets tomorrow, if not more. I think he could see anywhere between 7 and 10 targets tomorrow in the backfield.
Possible.
Because I think the wide receivers are going to be locked down. And I think they're going to look at Hunt to kind of help balance that a little bit. Pittsburgh's been pretty good against the running backs this year. Giving up the, 6 fewest fantasy points to the position. But I feel like if they've got the wide receivers locked down, I feel like Hunt's a safer option than Eckler this week, but Eckler has a higher upside. What do you think about that statement?
I can see that. I mean, I still think that Eckler's usage has been through the roof still, and he's so involved in the passing game. Also, ever since Anthony Lynn took over play calling duties for the Chargers, both him and Melvin Gordon, I believe, are both inside the top 11 overall since Anthony Lynn has been starting calling the plays. So I think they're both solid options. I think Kareem Hunt is basically a weekly flex play in PPR leagues. He's just a safe 10 to 15 points, 10 to 12 points a week for Kareem Hunt, about safe. Eckler has that ability to go out there and get you 25.
Dennis Kelly says Michelle, Mixon, Darrell Williams, Devontae Parker, pick 3.
Michelle, Mixon, Devontae Parker, and
Darrell Williams.
So I'm only going to get rid of one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Michelle. I just can't trust him enough. What? What?
I'm so sorry.
What did you do?
I listed 4 names, and you're like, I'm only gonna get rid of one of them, right? Yes, Jake.
Well, I mean, you list off a lot of names. I don't count them as you're listing them. It's a lot easier for you to say, "Hey, Jake, take one out of here," instead
I'm
of
so
like
sorry.
reading them all off and me trying to keep track of everything.
Jake, I would like you to pick all but one of these names. Pick one name to throw out.
I have marked this channel as safe for children, Kyle, with the new YouTube policies, but I'm about to break the rules by giving you the finger online.
It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Jake, you have to pick 3 of these 4 names: Michelle, Mixon, Williams, or Parker.
I just said everybody but Michelle.
I just wanted to make sure. Lucid UPR, Melvin Gordon, Penny, Jamal Williams, or Jamison Crowder. That's got to be Gordon easy, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the easiest of matchups for him, not the greatest of matchups, but still, I can't sit Melvin Gordon right now.
Ashley Rodriguez says, pick one in a flex. Jeez. Kyle Richardson or Jake Huffman.
If it's PPR, it's probably Kyle. If it's standard league, I'm going to obliterate some opponents.
I had my first drop pass in flag football this past week.
Well, that happens with old age, Kyle. It's not the only thing dropping right now.
oh, moving on. SP and appreciate the donation, Ashley. Thank you. SPFFA, Saquon, Hunter Henry, Melvin Gordon, Ronald Jones, Austin Eckler, and a full PPR. So really, this is between Saquon and Gordon for me, correct?
We're only picking one of them?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, yeah. And right now, I'm pretty sure I have Gordon at 7 and Barkley at 12. So I still think that I go Gordon, but I mean, you must have a pretty stacked team to have a lot of options like that.
He's got another question as well. Woods, Jeffrey, or Devontae? Oh, wait, no. Woods, Jeffrey, Parker, Dede in a full PPR. A little bit more difficult question for you.
Say that again.
Did I cut out?
Yeah, kind of. For a second.
Okay. Woods, Jeffrey, Parker, Dede.
Woods, Parker, Jeffrey, or Dede. Man, please don't make me die on the Devontae Parker hill this week. I don't want that to happen, Kyle, because if it does, I'm going to have a very rough Thanksgiving weekend if Devontae Parker fails me. But as of right now, I think Devontae Parker is who I would choose, in my opinion.
Just have another slice of pie to help get over it.
I mean, yeah. I had a rough start to the Thanksgiving weekend, Kyle. Kyle knew this. What are you doing? You're like,
my hands are cold. It's chilly in the studio tonight.
Sending out a mating call, or what's going on? Okay. Yeah. Are you done?
Probably.
At this point, probably. Anyway, what was the question? Do you have a question?
Did you answer Woods, Jeffrey, Parker, Dede? You said Parker, right?
I said Parker, yeah.
Okay. SPFFA, I think we got you now. Yeah. We're good. Michael Strange says, Watson or Foles? I've got Foles higher than Watson this week. It feels kind of icky, but...
First of all, a grown man doesn't say icky. That just proves that you have young kids at home.
That's gross.
There you go. That's a little bit better. Just nasty.
It's you.
Wow.
Who says that? That's nasty. That's a thing. I can't remember who says it, though.
Yeah.
So Foles over Watson for me, and then OBJ or Jonathan Williams.
I'm still gambling. I'm gambling with OBJ. I wouldn't want to sit him and have him go off and have that be the reason why I lost going into the fantasy playoffs.
Max, I got your question, but I just lost it. Here we go. Jameson Crowder or DK Metcalf. I love the channel. We love you, Max.
Well, thank you. The whispering is just too much today.
It's been a while.
It has been. So it was DK Metcalf.
You've missed it, Jake.
Yeah, I have. DK Metcalf and... Shut up, Kyle. It was DK Metcalf and who else? Now I've totally lost it.
Jameson Crowder.
Crowder is safer. I mean, in my opinion, Crowder is somebody who's going to at least go out there and get 5 receptions or so.
I think that's only in PPR, though, right? If this was a standard question, does it significantly change your mindset?
Significantly, no. But it does make me think about it a little bit because you do have Josh Gordon there still. You have Jacob Hollister there. there's other options still. I mean, I think when it was really just Lockett and DK, it was a lot safer than what it is as of today, in my
Okay,
opinion.
I feel you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Quan says you're the goat.
Says I'm the goat.
Says Kyle the goat.
Aw, snap. Quan, thank you so much.
He had a Steelers logo though, so it doesn't count.
God, True Legends got something about my feet, man. I don't know what it is.
I don't want to know. That's just awkward.
He said Kyle's toes, my mouth. I don't know.
Yeah, let's move on from that because that's just weird.
Matt R. Darnold or Brady? I've got Darnold significantly higher than Brady this week.
That one I don't hate.
A solid streak and sketchy weather in Cincinnati put trust in Brady to bounce back in a dome primetime game. Brady's hurting right now too. He's not 100% healthy.
And we already talked about the weather there too.
Do what?
The weather in the. Oh no, never mind. You're talking about Brady. Never mind. I was thinking of somebody else.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No weather to worry about there.
Spot, though.
No.
So Matt definitely going Darnold over Brady this week. Josh, would you wait for Monday on a questionable Adam Thielen or roll with Will Fuller? Ugh, I'm getting all tongue tied. Roll with Will Fuller against the Pats. Thanks, guys.
This is a very big risk either way you go. So personally, being that Will Fuller is healthy, I'd probably go with Will Fuller just because we don't know for sure about Adam Thielen as of right now. But I'm not excited about the matchup for Will Fuller either.
See, I'm putting Will Fuller in my lineup and I'm setting it and forgetting it, to be quite honest with you, because Adam Thielen, first game back, Monday night, been injured, could tweak that hamstring in a second.
Yeah, I'm not.
I would rather get a 0 from Will Fuller and have him run an entire game with upside the entire game than get a 0 from Adam Thielen.
Yeah, exactly. Because he went out there, played 2 series, and realized he couldn't go.
Right. Black Market wants to know flex Slayton or Rojo. We were talking about Slayton right before coming on too.
We were. I think Slayton has ridiculous high ceiling this week. He may be touchdown dependent. Rojo may be a little bit safer. I don't know if you can ever say safe and Rojo in the same sentence, but I just did. I think he's probably the safer option there. If you want the higher floor, if you're looking for the higher ceiling, you need to make up some ground, make up some points. Then Slayton's probably the guy.
Oh, like we said a minute ago too. I mean, Rojo's basically good for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe he gets a touchdown and that's about it. But that seems like what he's been doing recently. He gets you a touchdown, not really a whole lot of upside. Maybe he has a game where he snags a few passes.
Maybe.
So
maybe.
And then he's got to drop one. Fant or a Genu Smith. He says, heart you. Love you too, Black Market. If I had to drop one, it depends on who my tight end one is. I'd be willing to take the gamble on Fant the rest of the season over Smith. Right? No, Smith. Smith. We're not going to get, because Fant's been basically Brandon Allen's favorite target since he took over at quarterback. But Smith just lost Walker. Tannehill's been playing excellent.
Mm-hmm. And there's
got to go. Even though Smith only has really, at this point, 2 good games that you could have used them.
And what's the chance that maybe even Drew Lock gets a chance at some point? And then you have no idea what you're going to get out of Fant.
And they've talked about it too. And Lock could start this weekend. It's been around there. And unless some other news has broke since I've seen it last, there's a possibility that he could be out there again. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
Jar Jar Stink says trust Lockett with an illness/injury or Kirk or Debo.
I mean, I think they all have their own issues. I mean, you got Lockett with his illness/injury, as you said, or you have Christian Kirk dealing with probably 50 to 60% of his snaps being taken care of by Jalen Ramsey, and then you have Debo playing in horrible weather. So if I have something negative for all 3 of them, I usually just roll with the guy who's produced the most all season long and go with Tyler Lockett.
RC Production says, for defense, do I roll with the Niners or do I look to the waivers?
I mean, that may be a pretty sloppy game. I mean, I know that Lamar Jackson can go out there and put up points in a heartbeat, and I don't doubt that he can't do it against any team in the NFL. But I'm kind of just banking on a few turnovers. I mean, I don't know who would be available out there for you to grab. That's somebody that you be excited to start over them. So I'd probably just take them and roll for the turnovers.
I think I mentioned it on the waiver wire show this week that the Jets defense has 3 straight double-digit point games. So they'd be a team that I would look to if they're still available in your league.
Yeah. If they're out there, that's one possibility.
Jason Oval says, I need a tight end in place of Andrews in a PPR. Even with the weather, I've still got Andrews at, I know I just bumped him down. I've got Andrews at 9. The only tight ends that I have above Andrews right now for this weekend, Griffin, Doyle, Henry Waller, Kittle, Goddard, because I'm anticipating Ertz not playing, and Kelsey. I mean, if Doyle's available, I go that route. If Griffin's available, I go that route. If neither of those guys are available, then I go Tyler Higbee. With Gerald Everett being out, Arizona giving up the most fantasy points per game to opposing tight ends, Higbee could score 1 touchdown and be a start for you. So those are the routes that I would go.
And the whole thing with the tight end is, don't forget, there's very few of them that are worth a crap anyway. So it's all a gamble. I mean, Mark Andrews included, even though with the bad weather, it's kind of hard if there's no better options out there.
I think I hear a dog.
That's weird.
Which is weird because it's raining out.
And you don't even have a dog.
I don't have a dog. Matthew Rosardo says, start 1. Kirk Woods, Devontae Parker, half PPR.
Kyle, you got to talk me out of it. I do this every week, and it ends up backfiring.
Just go with Devontae Parker. He's actually been one of the safest wide receivers over the last several weeks.
And I mean, it's a lot of Devontae Parker this week, and I just hope the last time I pushed Devontae Parker, Kyle, he missed. It was like his only single-digit game out of like the last 8 weeks, and it was the week that I told people to start him. So now I'm worried that maybe I'm the problem.
Here's the issue. As long as you don't push Benjamin Watson, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. We don't even know who that guy is. He is dead to us. Him and
me? Are you talking about me or are you talking about Watson?
Watson.
Oh, well, when I said at least you didn't push Watson.
Yeah, because no, Watson's dead to us. He did not perform.
Okay. Scruff-looking nerve herder says...
Wait a second. No. You can't just glaze over the fact. What's that name again?
Scruff-looking nerve herder.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. That's awesome.
That just got said.
Yeah. Twice.
Crap. It's Goff. They also said, hey guys, great work.
Perfect.
Thank you. So we're going with Parker again.
Yes.
I was looking up something too for this stat. So he has in 4 of his last 6 games, he has at least 10 targets.
And that's kind of why I still like him, because he's getting the volume, because there's nobody else there to catch it. Maybe Mike Gesicki, and that's about it.
Let's roll with it. We lost about 70 viewers since I said that out loud.
They can't take jokes.
Rocky Road Warrior, need 5 to start in a standard league. Holy crap. Okay, you ready for this?
Okay, can you read them slowly? I'm just going to say yes or no.
We need to pick 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Good
9
Lord.
names.
All right, hang on. I gotta get my trusty Pluma out for this one. All right, go for it.
Debo.
Okay.
Crowder.
Okay.
Jamal Williams.
Okay.
Tevin Coleman.
Okay.
Devontae Parker.
Okay.
James White.
Okay.
DK Metcalf.
Okay.
Tyler Lockett.
Okay.
And either Dallas Goedert or Tyler Higbee.
Okay, now that he's given us every player on his roster.
It is standard.
Oh, heck.
Standard.
All right, well, Lockett's going to be one, right? Lockett's got to be one of them. Devontae Parker, why not? We've been telling everybody else to start him, so Devontae Parker is going to be number 2. Jamison Crowder, it hurts that it's not PPR. Jamal Williams, I think, kind of becomes somebody who's in play. Would you agree with that, with some touchdown upside in a standard league? Yes. James White, he's not as great in standard league. DK Metcalf, do we really want to start DK and Lockett? That's kind of, iffy. We do like Goddard with Ertz if he does sit. So let's see. I would go my 5 as of right now, and this is only if Ertz sits, would be Jamal Williams, Tevin Coleman, Devontae Parker, Tyler Lockett, and Dallas Goedert.
Perfect. And then pick one quarterback, Rodgers, Murray, or Cousins. It's Rodgers for me, especially with Murray popping up on the injury report now.
Yep, exactly.
Parker says, do you guys think I can get 160 points in a full PPR with Josh Allen, Jacobs, Cook, Thomas, Chark, Singletary, Waller, Eagles defense? Love the vids. Love you too, Parker. What do you think?
I mean, it's one of those questions that, there's no way that we can legit tell you an answer to. Yeah, I think it's possible. You have enough players there to do that. I don't understand why exactly you need 160. Maybe you're trying to get into the playoffs based off of point totals scored for I don't know how you know how much you need to score already. That's impressive. But yeah, I think it's possible. Dalvin Cook could get you 40 this weekend because he's that good.
My Scott Fishbowl team would be appreciative of that.
Yes.
Kalen wants to know Geis, Scary Terry, or Snell in the flex spot, and a must-win game needs the highest ceiling.
Geis, Scary Terry, and Benny Snell.
I think it's got to be McLaurin, right?
I think it has to be. At least we saw it last week for the first time that Dwayne Haskins finally started to rely on Terry McLaurin a little bit more last week. Maybe he remembered that he played college ball with him. And hopefully going forward they can build off that, and at least the volume should be there. So, yeah, I go with Terry McLaurin for the high ceiling, the high upside.
Carolina is giving up 39.5 fantasy points per game to opposing wide receivers. That is 4th most in the NFL.
There you go.
So if you're looking for the highest upside, it's McLaurin.
Yep, I would agree.
Antonio says Foles, Darnold, or Tannehill. I've got Foles. Wait, hold on a second. I can't remember if I have Darnold higher than Foles. I don't think so. I do. I actually have him a spot ahead of Foles.
One spot.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
So Darnold for me. Although if there is supposed to be some yucky weather, if there's supposed to be some bad weather in Cincinnati, then Foles is probably safer.
Yeah.
So that is my answer. And then Baltimore or San Francisco D.
Ugh. Baltimore's been playing great as of late. I like them both, though. So when in doubt, I'm going with
or Jets. Or Jets.
I think the Jets may be safer there, but even with Andy Dalton coming back, he always has that chance to find Auden Tate and Tyler Boyd a lot. Maybe Joe Mixon breaks a big one too. So there's risk either way. When in doubt, I go with the home team. I'm going with Baltimore Ravens at home.
Matthew Risardo says Mark Andrews or Dallas Goedert. It's Goedert for me if Ertz is out. If Ertz is not out, then I'm probably still going to go Andrews. Yeah. But as of right now, I'm saying Goedert.
Yep. Agreed.
Jason Abreu says Sony Michel or James White. PPR White, standard Michel.
Yep, easily. Yep.
Graham, what if it's the difference? Split the difference, Jake. What are we doing half PPR?
If it's half PPR, I'm still going with James White.
James White. Graham Barnes needs to. Jimmy G, Fitzmagic, and Rivers. It's Jimmy G and Fitzmagic for me, I believe. Hold on. I have to see where I have Rivers real quick. Yes.
Matthew Cabral has asked 412 times, so don't keep doing it because Google will lock you out. Odell or Alshon? Only reason I'm throwing it out there, I don't want the guy to get locked out of his account for putting it out there so many times. But, Odell is kind of one of those guys that it's hard to sit in a must-win situation because he could go off. But I think Alshon is probably a little bit safer. If you're looking for the safer play, you're looking for the higher ceiling, you still go Odell.
SPFFA says, forgot to say, pick 2, Gordon, Eckler, Henry, or Barkley. Gordon and Barkley, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I like Eckler a lot, but I wouldn't want to start Gordon and Eckler.
Dave says Crowder or DD and why?
Crowder or DD and why? I mean, I like DD Westbrook this week. I mean, they're going up against the worst secondary in all of football in Tampa Bay. But right now, him and Chris Conley are kind of battling for target share. So I think DD has a little bit of risk involved with him. I have Crowder ranked higher right now, but I don't dislike either one of them.
Dave McVicker, Crowder. Oh, wait, we just did that. My bad. Corvette Foster, PPR, Sony, Darrell Williams, or Geis?
Sony, Darrell Williams, or Geis. I mean, I want it to be Darius Geis season really bad because I love watching the dude play football, but I just don't know if it's going to happen quite yet. So I kind of gamble a little bit with Darrell Williams.
Bruce says Nook. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins. I always say it wrong.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins, Boyd, Jeffrey, Westbrook, Metcalf, Crowder. You're picking one. I don't know if I ever sit DeAndre Hopkins.
I just can't.
Ever for any reason whatsoever.
I just can't. I mean, there's just no way. I know it's horrible timing for the matchup, but it is what it is, and he can, put up points against anybody. It's not like he's not going to. It may not be a huge game, but I couldn't do it either.
I mean, I'll say this: I have DeAndre Hopkins, and in the first round of the Scott Fishbowl playoffs, I'm starting him. I'm not going to sit him. Not the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. Yep.
Or with the playoffs on the line, no matter. He says, thank you. You guys rock. You rock, Bruce. Appreciate it, my man. Kells 22, Cooper Kupp or Miles Sanders in the flex?
Cooper Kupp or Miles Sanders. I said that this is the last week that I will give Cooper Kupp a chance in my lineup until I finally say, WTF, I'm done with this experiment now. But I'm going to have to go with Cooper Kupp one more time there, even though I think Miles Sanders may be slightly safer in a great matchup going up against Miami.
I am doing a quick like check.
A like check? Not a hand check. Not a hand check. A like
Not
check.
a hand check.
Okay.
Not a hand check. Just a like check.
Wait a second. Where was the other one? Dude,
I'm sorry, what?
It's Melvin. It's still Melvin, dude. Still Melvin.
Charlie Handsome says Marquise Brown or Slayton. Okay. Marquise Brown or Slayton.
I'm going to go with Slayton.
And Waller or Hollister?
Well, you're the tight end whisperer.
Waller. I'm trying to find.
If I start giving out tight end advice, then it's all of a sudden I'm encroaching on your thing. Which sounds
It
weird.
won't tell me how many likes we have.
Oh, well, I can find it.
It's weird.
It's probably not enough to let it flow. People out there hitting the like button. We have 170, Kyle.
Oh, that's
170. Anton put 169 because he didn't want to be serious about the actual answer.
Futuristic Old School says drop David Johnson for Jalen Samuels.
God, how much does that suck? I don't know if I don't like. I don't like David Johnson at all, but I'm really not a huge on Jalen Samuels either, because I mean it kind of seems like Benny Snell's going to be killing that, those touches in that backfield. If you need somebody this week, Samuels. If you're just talking about rest of season, I'll just hold David Johnson there still.
Jake, Lindsey or Crowder?
Lindsey.
There you go, Johnny. Gotcha.
Hey, Johnny.
Sylvoia Holly. I'm messing that up.
Yep, you're totally
Pick
messed
2.
that one
Kirk, Sutton, Snell, Coleman, Michelle.
Say it again. You're going way too fast here.
Kirk, Sutton, Snell, Coleman, Michelle.
Wow.
Pick 2. Kirk, Sutton, Snell, Coleman.
Okay.
Michelle.
Coleman would be one of them. Not that I'm overly excited about it. And then I would gamble on Christian Kirk for the other one, and hopefully it can move him around and avoid Jalen Ramsey.
Butt scratcher and a full point PPR. Andrews or Henry, and Olston or Hollister. Henry over Andrews, Hollister over Olson.
I would agree.
Bruce wants to know Landry or Keenan Allen and standard for his wife. He's not playing this week. Love you guys. Happy late Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well,
Yeah,
Bruce.
you too. Yeah. So who was it again?
Landry or Allen?
Right now, I have Keenan only 2 spots higher than Jarvis Landry, but I still have Keenan a little bit higher, in hopes that he can at least see some volume. But Landry's been absolutely killing it as of late, so it's kind of hard to sit him also.
Oh boy. Maybe I'm just stupid. No, it's at Houston. That's what I thought.
I thought you were asking me if you were stupid, and I was like, you don't want me to answer that.
Scam Newton said bad weather for New England versus Houston. Snow from 11 a.m. through Thursday through Monday, but they're playing in Houston in a dome, and I don't think it snowed in Houston in quite some time. I might be wrong about that part, but I don't think it's supposed to snow this weekend.
Yeah, and even if it does, we don't care. They'll be inside.
Noah says David Johnson, Flash, Geis, Cooks, or Sterling Shepard in the flex.
So it's not Flash. It's not Geis. Who else is it?
David Johnson.
No.
Sterling Shepard.
Yep.
Cooks as well.
I think Sterling Shepard may be the safest option there out of all of them.
And it is PPR.
Yep.
He says with a win this week, he's into the playoffs with his first ever fantasy team.
Well, hey, congratulations with that. If it was my team, I would go with Sterling Shepard just because of the volume.
He also says, love you guys.
Awesome.
Love you, Noah.
That's right.
Jar Jar Singh says, only bad choices at tight end. Janu, Jasicki, Higbee, or Irv Smith. I know the Higbee matchup is favorable, but I have Kupp as well, and I'm hesitant to double up on the Rams with the way Goff has played. I would still go with Higbee at that point. Definitely over Irv Smith. Jasicki, he might score a touchdown.
But that'd be all he scores.
Always hit or miss.
Yeah.
Janu Smith, again, I'm willing to roll with him there if you feel like he might be a little bit better for you. But Higbee has by far a better matchup.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're telling you to sit a stud for him either at this point.
Yeah.
Rob J says Keenan Allen averages under 50 yards a game against Denver. So do we go with Keenan Allen, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, or Joseph Williams and a flex full PPR? You guys rock. Thanks, Rob. You as well.
I don't know who Joseph Williams is. I know a Jonathan Williams and a Jamal Williams.
That's why I was like, or Jamal Williams?
Maybe. Okay, so who was it? You got Joseph Williams. And who else?
Keenan Allen, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon.
When in doubt, I go with the running back because I think that they're going to get more touches, more guaranteed touches on a weekly basis. Mixon, I have him as my running back 14 right now. So I would go with Mixon just based on the type of volume he could get. What we need is Andy Dalton to move the ball down the field so that they can open up the running game a little bit because the offensive line blows.
Lucid UPR, Kirk, Williams, Andrews, Cooks, or Samuel. Kirk, Tyrell Williams, Mark Andrews, Brandon Cooks, Debo.
They're all gambles. None of them is an easy one for me to pick. So I would have to go with Christian Kirk, just for the possible volume there. Also, none of those names hop off the page as being a safe play there for me.
Freedom Driver and a half PPR flex. Hardman, Mike Williams, Rashad Penny.
Hardman, Mike Williams, Rashad Penny. I don't think Mike Williams is 100%. Rashad Penny's still going to share the backfield with Chris Carson. They've already come out and said that they're making Chris Carson still the guy there. I still think Rashad Penny gets touches, but it's going to be more of a 50-50, 60-40 split. Man. Do you trust Rashad Penny at all? I just don't. I don't trust it at all yet. And who were the other?
Chris Carson continues to fumble all season, and they still have not sat him.
Yep. Yeah, I don't. I want to trust Penny, but I just don't. So who are the other guys there then?
Hardman, Mike Williams, or Penny.
Let me see if I can find anything on Mike Williams here real quick. Hang on. Because I know he was limited earlier in the week. Let me make sure he's going to be good to go because Mike Williams.
Luis Calderon said that we're better than somebody. I won't say who.
Yeah.
He just says we're better than them.
Whoever they may be. Thank you.
This is a definite yes.
Oh, it is? Oh, well then I think I know who you're talking about. Let's see.
Brian Hill also keeps asking a tight end question, but then says, Jake, you're the real GOAT. So I'm ignoring it.
Oh wow. That's awesome. All right, Mike Williams wasn't listed on the final injury report, so I'll take a risk on Mike Williams. He should be good to go.
And don't forget, people, we're gonna let it flow, but we need 500 likes. There's 728 people watching. We should get 500 easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, must win. A lot of people saying must win weeks. Absolutely, these are what we're trying to do: is set some lineups for the weekend. Isaac Choi, half point PPR, Tyrell or other nameless guys from the waiver wire. When in doubt, go with Tyrell Williams if you don't know the other guys' names.
Choi, Montoya, Boyd, or Woods?
I have Boyd higher right now.
Beef Supreme.
All right then. I like
That name corrects me. Beef Supreme, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Williams.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know why it's that funny.
I mean, I know why it is. It's because we're highly, immature. But I'm still going to go with Melvin Gordon there.
Adam Ziegler and a half PPR. Emmanuel Sanders, Larry Fitzgerald, or Darius Slayton.
I think Fitz may be somewhat safer, but the higher ceiling, the more upside is going to be Darius Slayton with no Golden Tate and no Evan Ingram.
I had a rough weekend last weekend. So I'm going to take just a moment here to say one of my most under the radar calls this year is going to be Darius Slayton. I included him in a deep sleeper video this year.
I know you did.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do a video here. Kyle doesn't know this yet. He's about to hear it for the first time. But we're about to do a video here in the next week or so, and we're going to do it together, and we're going to review not all, the majority of them. We may touch on all of them. We're not going to go in depth in all of them. We
did that last year. Why would I not know that?
We're going to do it before the season's over, so more people will watch it. Because last year we did it after the season, so this year we're going to try to get more views on it to show you guys who we had in the preseason, some of our must-haves that really hit, and those who didn't. Because, there was a few good names that hopefully a lot of people paid attention to.
So, yeah.
Anton, it says, who would Jesus draft? Because that's what really matters.
Stefan says, Kyle, I remember that video. Nice. If you're watching right now, don't forget, don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
don't go anywhere. Hang out, stay around. We're going to be doing tons of off-season content. We're not going anywhere. We're not going to be dropping a video every single day of the week anymore, but we're still going to do stuff. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we do between 8 and 10 videos a week right now. In the off-season, we'll still be doing weekly videos. It's just not going to be daily videos, so don't leave.
Yep. Our boy Josh, he says, love you both. Need your best.
Hey, Josh.
Love you, Josh. Need one in the flex. Full PPR. Landry, Sanders, or Woods.
I'm
giving special attention to this question.
I can tell, and it's making me feel weird. Right now, I'm going to have to say Landry. He's just on such a roll in this offense. He's the safest part of this offense. The touchdown upside is there. The volume is there. Tougher matchup, but still somebody that I would have to choose there this week.
I almost hung Christmas lights today in the studio. Would that have been cool or weird?
It's
got like a little tree for right here.
Should I get a tree? Should we both get mini trees?
We should get mini trees.
Okay.
It's the time. It's the season of celebration.
All right. Well, we'll get mini trees. Mini trees it is.
Josh, hopefully that answered your question for you. Gotta scroll back up here. CHTOS. I don't know what that is. But that's the name here.
Toss.
Murray or Darnold. Well, it's Murray if he plays. He has a hamstring thing right now. Still going to go with him at this point. And then pick 3. Ingram, Michelle, Jones, and Bell.
Ingram, Jones, and Bell easily for me.
Hugo, Robert Woods, or Sutton in a standard. Thank you.
Robert Woods or Sutton. Mm. I didn't love Sutton this week, but Robert Woods, even though he's had back-to-back decent weeks, always has that possibility of backfiring. I think Robert Woods still may be slightly safer. I think we need some big plays for Cortland Sutton to have a solid day. So I think Robert Woods would be a little bit safer for me.
And Peeps in the chat, I need an update. How many likes do we have?
Give us the update, peeps.
Somebody hit me with that update. First person to respond gets a customized I love you from me.
Nope, everybody just left, Kyle. They're all gone. Everybody left. Now watching 0.
I thought you were going to answer it.
Answer which one?
Answer the question, so you got a personalized I love you from me.
Oh, no, I was not.
Michael says, come on, Kyle. He wants to know, it's gone. I think it was Eckler or Emmanuel Sanders. It's Eckler for me.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, we got some responses here. Sean said 500. That can't be right.
Sean's lying.
Is it 153?
Mike says we have 500,000. Mike has either had a great Saturday night, and he's just starting to get some blurred vision, or he's lying. I think he's lying.
Said 153, so I think Josh... No, it's got to be more than that.
Do we believe Josh?
Where's my dad said 328.
Where's my dad?
Anton says 331. Paul says 329.
It's 340. It's 345.
340. Okay, AC May said 344. They are the closest. AC, thank you so much for responding to our question and updating us. I love you so much. Thank you.
Are you done? I'm afraid. No, not gonna do it. I'm scared of commitment.
People, we need 500. There's 734 people watching right now. What is wrong with all of you?
They don't want me to see. They don't want to see me put on a child-size helmet.
A child-size helmet. Let it flow. Lots of people still putting it in there. I need to see 500. 500 likes. And I also see a few people putting a lot of emojis. Please be careful with that. Google will ban you. YouTube will ban you. That's not us. That's them being jerks. Okay? Don't let them be jerks to you.
Yeah. Resist the man. Don't let them block your account.
Okay. Hold on. Let me jump back up here. Let's scroll. Let's roll through some of these here real quick.
All right, hit me with it.
So Sean Wagner in a 9 PPR starting Hill and McLaurin. He needs a wide receiver 3. AJ Brown, Zach Pascal, or James Washington.
I gamble, I think, this week. This is going to be a total gamble, but I go with AJ Brown.
Josh MHO says Jarvis Landry, OBJ, or Cortland Sutton in a 0.5 and a 0.25 PPR.
I still have Odell Beckham ranked highest there, even though it's a difficult matchup.
Cosmo YT, pick 2. Jamal Williams, Boyd, Dede, or Crowder.
Jamal Williams, Boyd, Dede, or Crowder.
Pick 2. Boyd and Crowder?
Yes. Boyd and Crowder. I got Boyd as wide receiver 21. Crowder is 23.
Robert Singleton, Jets defense or Steelers defense?
I'm going to have to go with the Jets. I mean, the Steelers, yeah, they've been playing pretty well, but the Browns offense can put up 40 points.
Jacob Rachova and a pick. He's got to pick 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, and 1 flex. Eckler, Carson, Hopkins, and Edelman. Hopkins is our wide receiver. Edelman is our flex. Eckler or Carson.
Is it safe if it was PPR or not?
No.
If it's standard, I go Carson. If it's PPR, I go Eckler.
Tom Robbins says Miles Sanders or Metcalf in a standard league.
I think Miles Sanders against Miami is the better choice this week with no
Freedom
Jordan Howard.
Driver. Oops, sorry.
You're fine.
Freedom Driver needs Butker or Zerlin for their kicker. Zerlane, sorry. I can mispronounce it.
Yeah, I think you're right. When in doubt, I go with the team the kicker that's kicking indoors. So give me the Rams playing inside at Arizona. Zerline.
Tyler says, is the weather in Baltimore an issue for any player? Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it could be.
it could be. I mean, it's going to be a heavy run game. I mean, it's going to be a wet, soggy field. That's kind of the reason why I don't love Marquise Brown or any of the pass catchers. We've kind of dropped Mark Andrews down a few spots. Yeah, it's going to affect it. A heavy run game I can see on both sides.
Emmanuel Sanders is down. Debo Samuel is down. Marquise Brown is down.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, I don't drop a whole lot because he can still do a lot on the ground. Jimmy Garoppolo is down for me. Steve Mateo says half PPR, Alshon, Mike Williams, or Darius Slayton.
Alshon, Mike Williams, Darius Slayton. I kind of gamble. I go with Alshon this week going up against Miami. They have nobody else to really throw the ball to in Philly.
Mark Malaire says best tight end for the playoffs and a half PPR. Goddard, Everett, Njoku, or Doyle. Doyle for me, 100% now that Ebron is out.
Can you say it though, Kyle?
Jack Mother Doyle.
That's right. Jack Mother Doyle.
Thank you in advance. Y'all rock. And second to none, Mark, appreciate it. Now tell everyone in the chat to go like the video. Freedom Driver, non-fantasy related, over under 45 points in the Baltimore game. I'll take the under.
Yep, give me the under.
Jose Aguilar, Philip Lindsay, or Benny Snell? That's Lindsay for you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, it is.
Luis Garcia says, you should do mini trees and make an ornament of the worst NFL team at the end of December. Make it an annual thing until the tree is full.
So we're putting on an ornament of the worst team in the NFL.
I'll just put the Lions. I don't care that they're not. They act like it.
Well, come on, Kyle. They're on their 43rd quarterback at this point.
Luke Joseph, who has a better week, Mike Evans or Cooper Kupp in a full PPR? I'll take Mike Evans.
It's Mike Evans' week, baby. It's Mike Evans' week.
Muhammad
Badwan. Into existence.
Muhammad Badwan, Watkins, Debo, Hyde, or Hollywood at the flex? Thanks.
Don't love Watkins. Don't love Debo with the weather. Hyde's got a difficult matchup against New England, but the best way to attack New England is on the ground. I mean, that's really their only vulnerability as of right now is on the ground. I mean, it's a big gamble, but if it's me, I'm probably going with Hyde.
Ramon Velasquez, my bad. Ramon Velasquez, Fuller or Goddard in the flex in case Thielen can't play or be safe to play over him. I'd play Goddard in the flex.
So do I. As long as Ertz sits, I go Goddard.
As long as Ertz sits.
Yep.
Robert Singleton says Saquon Barkley and Aaron Jones and Cook. Well, Dalvin Cook is highest for me.
Yes.
And then Jones or Barkley. Who do you have next?
I have Aaron Jones at 8, Barkley at 12. So Aaron Jones would be next for me.
There's a question from Ashley that I can't see.
Ashley. Let's see if
That's the last one that came in.
Ashley Rodriguez says, is there a formula to pick one flex between wide receiver, running back, tight end based on your ranking position, i.e. a number 10 running back holds more weight than a number 10 wide receiver? I mean, I think what you're trying to say is how do you determine which one to choose based off of a ranking? The way I always do it, to be completely honest, is I'm trying to find touches. I don't chase touchdowns. I don't chase anything else. I chase touches because that's the only way you can score points. For me, it's a lot easier to throw a running back in, and I probably give them a little bit more weight because I know they're going to be going into the game getting me 10-plus touches. You may go have a wide receiver that only gets 3 targets. So I'll go running back 90% of the time.
Someone said we're at 412 likes. Ladies and gentlemen of the stream, we have 742 people right now watching. Okay, we are going to answer. Not we. Jake is going to answer as many of your questions as quickly as possible in a short amount of time. If you hit the like button, okay, we need 500 likes. We're almost there. It's not that hard. Big Dog says Happy Thanksgiving to Headliner Nation. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
That's right.
Okay. Brian Hill says he needs the tight end whisperer. There you go, Brian. There you go. Now we're talking. Let me see that question. Goddard, Griffin, or Higbee? Goddard if Ertz is out. If not, then Griffin for me.
Yep.
There you go, Brian. You're welcome.
How about Golden TY? Foles or Darnold? Which one are you going with?
Golden TY. Oh, is that their name?
Yeah.
Foles or Darnold? I have Foles higher.
Okay. There you go for Golden.
Ben Bennett says 300 of you not liking are just mean souls. Prove Ben wrong. Prove him wrong. You're not mean people.
Some people are mean.
457. This is the longest it has ever taken us to get to the likes that we've set
Yeah.
for Let It Flow.
People just don't want to see me let it flow, I guess.
Whew.
Season's almost over. Everybody's tired. They're like, nah, we'll pass. My man Seth Rogen, Samuel Joseph, still thinks I look like Seth Rogen, which I look nothing like Seth Rogen. I'm way cooler. I know more about football. I'm smarter. I mean,
you don't have as much hair, but that's okay. I don't hold that against you.
I mean, that's okay. I'll concede that, small victory to him. He's got way more hair than I do.
Seth Rogen could also probably throw a football farther than you.
That is a complete lie.
Well, I know I can.
I would annihilate him in an Oklahoma drill.
Just so you know, too, my dad told me that you were talking a little bit of smack when I wasn't on the stream. It was either this past week or the week before that.
No.
He made a comment about that, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Jake said he could throw the football farther than you." Yeah, I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to have a conversation with Jake about that."
I would never, Kyle. I would never do that.
Okay. When I see you at the combine, I'm gonna step out of my vehicle and whip a football at you as hard as I possibly can.
Wow.
Oh man, what's going on here?
You broke something. I heard it clanging.
My pop filter.
Now you got a dangling pop filter.
It went from being like whoop to whoop.
All right then.
Someone says we're at 500.
Somebody says we are.
And I can't get my pop filter back on.
Philly Phil says Ty Williams or Larry Fitzgerald. Both of them have risks, but I think Fitz sees more volume and is not quite as touchdown dependent, so I would go Fitz. I'm seeing some French fries out there. It says Big Al. I like French fries.
People also say you sound like Seth Rogen. I don't
hear
that
it.
to be true.
I'm not Canadian. Isn't he Canadian?
I think so.
I'm not Canadian. I'm just gonna hold it. It's like an ugly fly swatter, Kyle.
I don't have any flies in here today.
No, well, if you did, you're ready for him. All right, so do I need to get my helmet on? Do I need to check here?
Yep, we're at 500 now.
We are? For sure?
Mm-hmm. That or many people are lying to us.
That or we have a lot of liars. No, we are at 500. All right, I'll get my helmet. I'm going to get a drink first, though.
I can't repeat that.
Yeah. You have any final questions we need to get to before I do this?
Did you say yeah because you know what I'm talking about?
Probably.
Okay.
Do
we have any questions before that?
Yeah, you want to hit me with some normal ones here before I...
Yeah, hold on.
I mean, you're wrecking our eardrums right now, Kyle.
I'm sorry. There we go. I think I got it finally.
Don't touch it.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, good.
Real quick. Jeremy says, Ryan first. Full PPR flex between Keenan, Thielen, and DD.
Keenan for me 100% of the way.
Jeremy says, did you see the Patriots injury report? 17 out.
There's 17 players listed. I don't know if they were all considered out.
Yeah.
But they do that all the time. They're always doing that to play a mind game with their opponents.
Mm-hmm. Frank says, hey guys, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We did. Thank you, Frank. Need one for the flex and a full PPR. Snell, Woods, Debo, or Kirk?
Snell, Woods, Debo, or Kirk. Woods would have to be my choice.
And then Griffin or Higbee at tight end. I've got Griffin. Nicholas Allen says Brady or Goff. I've got Goff higher. By the way, you guys are the best. Thanks, Nicholas. Appreciate that. Alexander Armstrong, Sutton or Jones?
Which Jones are we? Aaron Jones? Which Jones are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
If it's Aaron Jones, it's 100% Aaron Jones. I don't know of any other Jones that's playing since Marvin played on Thanksgiving.
And then Miguel says DJ Chark, Melvin Gordon, or Todd Gurley.
Man, how stacked is your roster that you can't play any of those guys? I love me some DJ Chark this week. Todd Gurley's been somewhat but Melvin Gordon was another option. Is that what you said, Kyle?
Yes.
I go with Melvin Gordon. I mean, I hate sitting the other two though. Are we there?
You ready?
Am I ready? Quagosaurus says his phone's at 2%. Please, Jason Meyer, Seahawks or Josh Lambo, Jags. I would have to go with Josh Lambo of the Jags.
There you go.
There, before his phone died. All right, here goes nothing.
Calvin says, I'm just in here with a like, stalking both of you and breathing heavy because I'm a lock for a 1 seed because of your season advice at all positions. Just waiting until week 15 to get back to advice. Appreciate it, Calvin.
Hey, love it, Calvin. Appreciate you. All right, Kyle. I think I'm ready.
Jones was Ronald Jones.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ronald Jones or Sutton.
I still think Rojo may be safer right there.
Okay, perfect. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. I'm not keeping track of time or nothing, Kyle. Just go until I get blurred vision.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we got, well, it kind of caught me off guard there with a fast count. We got Watkins or Shepard for wide receiver. 100% give me Shepard. Should you drop A.J. Green? Well, there's no purpose in keeping him if he's not going to play, so yes, I would say I would. Murray, Darnold, or Tannehill, 4-point passing TD. I'm just wondering about Murray's hamstring. Yes, Murray's hamstring is a little bit to worry about popping up this late. Keep an eye on the injury report. If he's a full go, he's the choice. If he's not, going Darnold. Woods, Kirk, or McLaurin. Got Woods the highest as of right now. Michelle, Drake, or Fuller. They all have huge risk. Give me Drake. Sutton or Aguilar in a full-point PPR. Give me Sutton. Wentz or Cousins. Give me Cousins this week. Not loving it for Wentz, even though he's got a great matchup. Doesn't have a whole lot of options to throw to. Tannehill or Brady. Give me Tannehill. Need a standard flex. McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, or Larry Fitzgerald. Right now, give me Scary Terry. Jets or Eagles defense. Give me the Eagles defense this week. Kenyon Drake or LaShawn McCoy in a half PPR with no Damian Williams. Give me LaShawn McCoy. Phillip Lindsay or Jonathan Williams. I have Phillip Lindsay higher right now with Hooper out. Start Jonnu or Brait. Not overly high on either one of them. Give me Brait and hope for some touchdowns. Michelle, Drake, or Fuller did that one. How about, and my chat's froze. Metcalf or Shepard in a full-point PPR. Being a full PPR, give me Shepard. Crowder, Sutton, Allen, Jamal, or Jay Williams. I don't know if it's Jonathan or Jamal. I can pick two, so give me, I don't know who the Jamal or the Jay Williams is. I'm hoping it's Jonathan Williams. If it's Jonathan Williams, going with him and Crowder. We have the Steelers or Chargers defense. Give me the Chargers defense this week. Pats or Browns defense. Give me. I can't sit the Patriots defense at this point. Jarvis or Jonathan Williams at flex. Jonathan Williams for me is safer. The higher upside is Jarvis. Carson, Eckler, Gordon. Pick two. Give me Eckler. I don't want to start both Eckler and Gordon, but Carson's got a lot of risk involved with him. If this is standard, I'm going Gordon and Carson. If it's PPR, I'll start both Gordon and Eckler. We have Jimmy G or Jacoby Brissett. Not going to start Jimmy G this week with the weather and the matchup. Give me Brissett. We have Cooks or Dede. Give me Dede. Snell or Mixon. Give me Mixon. Coleman, Hunt, McLaurin, standard flex. I think the safest option there is Kareem Hunt. Steelers or Ravens defense. Going to go with the home team there with the Baltimore Ravens. Slayton or Golden Tate rest of season. Give me Slayton. I know it's just something simple for Golden Tate, but Slayton has the higher upside. We have Jamison Crowder or Dede Westbrook flex full PPR. I got Crowder higher. Diggs, Crowder, Debo, A.J. Brown. I need two in a full point PPR. Right now, I'll have Diggs and Crowder as my two highest ranked. Gronk or A.B. Who is more likely to play in 2020? Probably Antonio Brown. Unfortunately, he'll probably get a spot somewhere else. Somebody will pay the money to put butts in the seats somewhere. Start Will Fuller or DK Metcalf. Right now, I have Will Fuller just slightly higher. Slayton or Golden Tate rest of season. We just talked about that one. Tyler Higbee or Mike Gesicki. I'm going with Higbee. Goff or Foles. I'm going with Foles. Coleman or Landry, full point PPR. Give me Landry. Steelers or Ravens. Still going with the Ravens. Don't copy your questions in here. Google will block you. Where's my dad's telling me to hurry? That's not the first time I've heard that. Lindsey or Austin Eckler, flex 1 point PPR. I got Eckler still higher as of right now. Goff or Foles, still give me Foles. Hyde or Coleman, full point. Shut up, Kyle. Hyde or Coleman in a full PPR. I'm going with Coleman this week. Eagles or Jets D. I'm going with the Eagles D. Fuller or Fitz. I'm going with Fuller. Steelers or Ravens? Still Ravens. Hollister, Griffin, or Doyle? Right now, I'm going Jack Motherfucking Doyle. Start Coleman with a question mark? Sure, why not? Sounds like a good idea. Carson or McCoy? Right now, I have McCoy higher. James Washington or Auden Tate in a full-point PPR? Give me James Washington. Daniel Jones or Jacoby Brissett? Give me Jacoby Brissett. Cup, Snell, or Shady? I still got Cup higher. Adams, Evans, or Chark? Why do you have so many awesome wide receivers? Start multiple of them. You have them ranked in the order that I do. Adams, Evans, Chark. Daniel Jones or Jacoby Brissett? Still, come on, keep going, go. Carson or McCoy? Going McCoy. Hunt or Drake? Give me Hunt. Daniel Jones, quit copying questions. Somebody keeps going in here and asking the same question 425 times, and it's messing up my flow.
Who is it?
Dave Chappelle, wrap it up. Hazelnut, I see you out there, Nut. We got Hopkins or Landry. I'm still going with Hopkins. Fairbairn or Lambo? Give me Lambo. Dole? I don't know who Dole or Rudolph is, but I'm guessing you mean Doyle. And give me Jack Doyle. McLaurin or Kirk? I'm going with McLaurin. Hopkins or Landry? Give me Hopkins. Patriots or Ravens? D? I like both of them, but give me the Patriots D. Watson or Darnold for quarterback? Kyle, answer the last one for me.
I have Darnold higher.
I hate to say that, though. I hate to say that.
Sounds icky.
I hate when you say that. I mean, to get to this point and have to sit Deshaun Watson would suck. But it's a horrible matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick update for you. Tim McManus on Twitter at Tim_McManus, an ESPN Eagles beat reporter. Zach Ertz, this is an hour ago. Zach Ertz hamstring will try to play against the Dolphins, the source said. Will test injury out pregame. Enter Sunday with intention to play. Josh Perkins brought up from practice squad as insurance.
I'm still not overly excited about it. Because just because he's going to try it out doesn't mean he's going to make it the whole game.
So we are, and just to let everyone know, we're running on a little bit. Typically, I mean, well, for weeks now, we've been here for 2 hours a night. We got to compress that a little bit tonight.
We got to get down to an hour 45 tonight.
So I think we're going to start Headliners After Dark a little bit early.
All right. Do we have any other questions to get to before we do that? Probably.
I see you over there, Jake. You know what's up.
Yeah.
I do.
Somebody said they miss me having the sign light up when I do Let It Flow. I'll be 100% honest with you. The reason it's not is because the batteries are dead. Do I have batteries? Yes, I have batteries about 7 feet in front of me. But as of right this second, batteries are dead.
Everybody, after we get done, go back and watch. Each one of you, go back and watch 3 of our episodes from this past week to pay for those batteries.
Yeah, I need to buy some batteries, people, is what I'm saying. Okay? Got to buy some batteries.
Mark Cleveland, Keenan Allen, or Tyler Lockett?
I got Lockett higher still right now.
Freedom Driver says, Green Bay -6. Would you play it against the Giants?
Yes, I think I would. Would you?
Yes.
I think I would.
Frank, also any chance Ajay, who never played against his old team, gets a lot of points versus Miami. Beasley pulled 20+ against the Cowboys.
I wonder who had Cole Beasley as a start this week, Kyle. Do you know anybody that would do that?
Who? You know what? I do believe there is one person that I know of that had Cole Beasley as a start.
It's funny how that works out.
I think it was you.
It may have been me. Do I think Jay Ajayi? Yeah, I mentioned that in the start sit video also, that I think there's a chance, but I think that the game needs to be out of hand. I don't think that he comes out there and just absolutely dominates. But yeah, it's a possibility. You know, different coaching staff and stuff, though.
My bad. That's like the third time I've cut you off tonight. Beef Supreme, Watson or Foles? I've got Foles higher.
Yep.
Riff Reaper, I missed the light up flow sign from last year. Miles Diaz, Dede or Terry in the flex?
I got Terry, scary Terry, a little bit higher.
Thomas, start Goddard over Ertz. You got to keep an eye on it. If he's out, yeah, 100%. But if he's not, then at that point we get.
I don't know. I think if you have both of them and you have to start one of them, I would feel safer with Goddard going into the game.
Yep. So with that being said, we're all caught up with questions now.
Okay.
We're still going to answer fantasy football questions,
Yep.
but it is officially time for headliners after dark. I should turn the lights
We
off.
should like dim the lights on. That would be weird though. We're not trying to set a mood here, Kyle. Don't do it. Oh, don't. Wow, you are really bright. Okay.
Is that a little better? Some mood lighting.
Yeah, it's not bad. Actually, it's a little bit better.
Is it?
I think it is.
I don't think so.
Let us know in the chat. Do you think it's better with Kyle's light off than on?
And is this the chat these guys are watching? Yes.
Yes.
We are watching the chat.
Yeah. Can we answer every single question in the chat? No, we can't.
No. Tony Newman, Melvin Gordon, Mark Ingram, or DK Metcalf for the flex. Melvin Gordon.
But Juan Bin says we should put some candles out. That's just, I don't know if I want to go that direction. You could do it if you wanted to. Oh, no. Now you've done it, Juan. No. AS, did we eat ham or turkey? I don't know what Kyle ate. I wasn't invited to his Thanksgiving, but I had turkey. Let's see, what does this one say? Kyle hates me, so I'll say off. Well, come on. People out there. Kyle doesn't hate anybody. Well, there's probably a few people that he hates. But he just went to get a candle because somebody said they wanted a candle. Let's see here. Fred Martinez is out there pouting like a baby, so we're going to go ahead and not worry about him. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen, Cook. Nope, not going to happen over here. Hopkins or Woods? Still have Hopkins higher. I know it's a bad matchup, but I just can't. No, don't give him any ideas about incense either. Left Twix or right Twix? Give me the right side. What did you handle? You couldn't find one?
Couldn't find one. I had one in here from the Will Dissly memorial that I held after his injury, but I can't find it. I don't know where it went to.
Wendy's McNuggets. Abso-freaking-lutely any time we can do that.
What'd he say?
He said, just thanks for asking his personal after dark question last week. Felt great for you to take time out of your show to say that to me. Absolutely.
Sweet.
That's what it's all about. That's why we do after dark. Doyle or Rudolph? Still O'Doyle rules.
Doyle.
Give me Jack motherfucking Doyle. Jake, will Nick Chubb rush for 100 yards this week? It's going to be really close. I really want him to fall into the end zone. I don't care if he gets 80 yards as long as he can fall in the end zone a time or two. Shady or Crowder for flex in a PPR?
Shady.
I would have to go Shady with Damian Williams sitting.
Jacob wants to know Goddard or Andrews. It's Goddard if Ertz is out.
Yeah. Let's see. What about another one with fantasy Bigfoot in there? Devontae Parker or Scary Terry? I have Devontae Parker ranked higher still. I do.
Neil says, Kyle, save the electricity, so don't turn the light back on. It looks better.
See? It's kind of like I know something about this, Kyle.
I don't think so. I think it's too dark.
No, it's not. It looks more clear.
Maybe it looks.
It looks clearer. And
it
yes,
looks
I just added
lighter,
an extra on the end.
It looks lighter on the live stream than it does on my computer, though.
I don't know what it looks like on the live stream.
Because I've got the live stream on this computer running, and then I've got the actual everything else running over here on this one. This one looks different.
Here's a good question, Kyle. It's a little deep, though, and it may be something we can't answer right away. We have to think about it here for a second. But if you could make any commercial with a company, who would it be with? I'm guessing if we wanted to could go a couple different ways. Who would we want to advertise for here, or who would you want to be on their commercial?
I would want to do Subway because I've been eating a ton of Subway, so I want to do a Subway commercial so I can get some free food.
I mean, at least you're honest about it.
A turkey chopped salad. Okay. All the fixings, extra spinach. Okay. Mix it up real nice. Some Caesar dressing. My go-to.
Okay.
My go-to.
Michael F. said it should be for Speedo. Mm-mm. Not going to happen, Michael. There's a whole.
No, I'm kidding.
I got so nervous for a second. I was like, "Oh, I'm leaving.
Oh my
Live stream is
gosh.
over." Um, what about?
Ooh, this is a great question. What Thanksgiving side do you guys think? Oh, stuffing. Number one. It is the S1, the sides one. That's what it is.
I mean, stuffing is definitely up there. My wife made some homemade stuffing this time, not no, normal stuff, and it was pretty delicious.
I love some stuffing, man.
I
Love it.
ate a lot of it.
Harry Palm says I'm better than Jared Fogle. I would hope I'm better than Jared Fogle.
Yeah, we know way more than he does about football. See, Clayton thinks the light on is better. Well, now it's 1-1, Kyle. We don't know what we're supposed to do.
I've seen a couple people say they don't like the light.
Yeah. Jermaine says dirty rice is his favorite side.
Kim wants to know favorite pie. I love myself some pecan pie.
Is it pecan or pecan?
Pecan. Pecan pie?
Why did you just say pecan then?
I don't know. I say it both ways.
Okay. I'm not a huge pecan pie fan. I'm not a huge pumpkin pie fan. I would rather have like a chocolate cream pie or something like that. Personally, I'm really not big on pie.
I didn't used to like pecan pie, but I've been.
Yeah. Let's see. What does this one say? Jake's right. The lighting is way better. Sorry, but Kyle, man, you look like the friendly ghost with all the light.
Maybe I just need to get a different bulb with a lower wattage.
Maybe. Possibly.
ADR Ace, Mike Gesicki or Jimmy Graham? Whew. Gesicki.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm not excited about it. Mason Routhier. I love stuffing too. It's my favorite, but he needs two: Andrews, Griffin, Penny, or Curtis Samuel. Ugh, man. I mean, if it's me, it's probably Griffin and Samuel. I don't know if I trust Mark Andrews enough. Do you? I just don't.
I mean, to put him as a flex. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, that's
Probably not.
I don't think I could. I'd be too worried about it. Too much risk. There's risk, and then there's too much risk. That may be too much risks. What about Russell Wilson or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
To fix this whole lighting situation, I'm just gonna hang up Christmas lights, and I'm just gonna do all my shows with Christmas lights moving forward. There you go. Fixed.
Like it.
What was that?
I give you a fist bump. It's just getting weird. Let's see. What about Cousins or Foles?
Foles.
LeVar's Balls has a question.
Wait. Wait, just a second.
Okay.
Foles.
Okay.
Just had to make sure.
LeVar's Balls asks Woods, Parker, Eckler, or Waller PPR flex, so you can only pick one of them between Woods, Parker, Eckler, Waller. I think I still go Austin Eckler for the touches. Give me the touches.
Kyler Murray over Baker Mayfield.
Michael F. wants to know, would you rather have your favorite football team win the Super Bowl or your favorite baseball team win the World Series?
I'd rather watch the Tigers win the World Series.
Than the Lions?
Yep.
One thing that you don't have to worry about is either one of them winning it, Kyle.
This is true. I have never... The only team I've rooted for that I've ever watched win any sort of a championship was the Red Wings on multiple occasions. And then basically half a national championship by Michigan back in 97. And that was it.
I had the Diamondbacks in Arizona win the World Series. And then I watched the Cardinals get hosed in the Super Bowl to the Steelers when Santonio Holmes' feet weren't both down.
When Arizona won the World Series, that was by far one of my favorite World Series to watch.
Yep, that was an awesome World Series.
Ricky says, do you guys do dynasty rankings? If so, when and how do I find them? Ricky, we don't do them nearly as much in season as we do out of season. That's when we start talking dynasty a little bit more.
Yeah. In season, you can take a lot of the in season content we already put out, and we kind of, if it's something where it's referencing Dynasty, we'll kind of bring it up in the videos. But yeah, it's more off season. A lot of rookie stuff. We'll do a lot of rookie stuff in the off season.
Yeah.
What about
Vance keeps saying I'm a dork. I don't understand why.
it makes him feel better, apparently. He's got nothing going on in his life that he thinks that's the cool thing to do. Jake, you're a Diamondbacks fan. I'm a Yankees fan. Unsubscribed. Was a great series, though. Well, Michael. Here's the thing. I was born and raised in Arizona, so yeah, I was a Diamondbacks fan. I don't follow it as much anymore, obviously. But yeah, it was a great World
Giannis
Series.
wants to know Wentz or Baker. That's Wentz for me.
Yes.
Hold on. We got a couple of other questions here. Slayton or AJ Brown?
Slayton is a lot safer, in my opinion.
James White or Kareem Hunt?
Does it say if it's full PPR or not?
Nope.
I think Kareem Hunt may be safer then.
And then I got another one. Penny Williams or Penny Jamal Williams or Daryl Williams and a standard.
I go Darrell Williams and hope for a touchdown there with no Damian Williams. That's what I would do.
All right, people, don't give Vance a hard time for calling me a dork, okay? Calm down.
So Chris has a good question. Chris Breslin. He wants to know if I'll take him for a spin in the new Tesla truck. I mean,
if you're still,
I don't know where you live, Chris, and when I get it in like 2 years, then maybe. It all depends. I would love to be able to take it on the road. Me and Kyle have talked about doing like some stuff on the road and traveling around. It would be cool to do it in that. Pull a little trailer behind us. A little. You know what I'm thinking, Kyle? Maybe the people can help us with this. I would love to do like a little 6x8 trailer, like a little enclosed trailer, turn it into a mobile studio, and tow it around the country and do shows at tailgates and like pull up a Buffalo Wild Wings or Hooters or something one day and just be like doing a show. You know what I mean? From the parking lot.
I agree.
I mean, I think it sounds brilliant. Sounds brilliant.
That'd be awesome. If you help support on Patreon, we can do that.
Exactly.
For $1 a month. Michael F says, can you guys do fantasy baseball next year? All other fantasy channels are boring. Michael, we did fantasy baseball this past year. And
preseason fantasy baseball.
Preseason. And the problem is that when football kicks up, it is nearly impossible for me to commit because I did a lot of the fantasy baseball stuff. Jake did some as well, but he said, Kyle, you handle fantasy baseball. So it's nearly impossible for me to do like both even. So it was just like preseason, getting ready for your draft. And then as soon as the season started, it was basically done at that point. We might do the same thing. We'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens.
You had some great calls for baseball though, too.
Peter Alonso might have been my best.
That may have been your best one. What about would you flex Miles Sanders over DeAndre Hopkins if you need a huge game? Miles Sanders against the Dolphins or DeAndre Hopkins? I mean, Sanders, I think, is still safer.
Flex?
Huh?
You know what I would flex? These guns.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm starting to get a little tired.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, it's 10:30. We got about 10 or 15 minutes left to answer a few more questions. What else you got, Kyle?
I'm so hungry.
You're so hungry you can't even think about the questions?
Oh, man. I'm starving. I've been doing intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
So I'm done eating at 9 o'clock at night, and I can't eat until 1 o'clock the next day. Fast for 16 hours, and then I have an 8-hour window to eat.
That sounds like no fun.
I mean, my body's adjusted already. I will tell you this. I'm feeling like I have a little bit more energy. Okay. I feel like I'm getting less calories during the day, which is good for the most part. So I'm feeling better, and I'm down like almost 20 pounds now.
Oh,
So
uh, super
I'm
proud of
feeling
you.
good. I don't know if anybody out there noticed. Maybe you all did. It's the beard too. The
Yeah,
beard doesn't.
you're no shave November, which turned into shave November, still kind of hid things.
Mhm. Oh, Kevin asked if we did any holiday shopping.
Yes, a lot of it. You want to know what's funny? I went to Walmart with my wife at 12 a.m. on Thanksgiving night, Black Friday morning, whatever you want to call it, and we went to Walmart and nobody was there. Like nobody. Like it was just there was like
Did you went on Thanksgiving Day?
night. I mean, it was midnight, so it was right there.
Oh.
But yeah, it was Thanksgiving night.
So we went to JC Penney's to start. JC Penney, it's not pennies. JC Penney to start because I needed some ties and some new dress shirts. So I went to JC Penney to start, took a look around, didn't love anything there. So we went to Kohl's afterwards, took another look around, but then I went on the Kohl's website and I just bought everything off the website because I got an extra 15% off and just had it shipped.
I mean, hey, and in the process, you bought more dress shirts and ties in one day than I own in my entire closet.
Yeah, I bought 4 dress shirts and 3 ties for $80.
That's four
And the
dress shirts
ties,
and
the
three ties
three
more than I
ties
have.
cost more than the 4 dress shirts.
Wow. Yeah. No. I'm not a tie and dress shirt type of guy. I'm
Adrian
a.
says, "You look slim, bro." Oh,
Oh,
appreciate that,
well, hey, there
Adrian.
you go.
Oh, and I just lost your question. McLaurin or Sanders in the flex?
I think Sanders is safer there, personally. Tyrone Darrow says, thought I could get some football help here. Well, you know what, Tyrone, we've been doing football help here, and we've been answering questions for the last 90 minutes, and we're still doing it, so I don't know what it is you're talking about.
Who's that? Tyrone?
Yeah.
Oh, he already said bye.
No, well,
Peace,
deuces.
Tyrone. Find a different channel.
Yeah.
Kyle George said, just got the pro tier on Patreon. Love you guys. Keep it up. Don't have any start stick questions, but love the live stream. Kyle, my man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We appreciate the support. Would love to be able to turn Patreon into a way for me and Kyle to travel around and meet everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of fun.
We have so many good plans. So many. And the best part about all these plans that we have is they all include the community.
Yeah.
It's literally things that we want to do with you people.
It's like, could me and Kyle go to the Super Bowl? Yeah, we probably could. Do we want to? I'd rather take that money and travel around the country and go do meet and greets with everybody, personally.
And like last year we applied to do Radio Row for the combine, and we'll probably do it again this year just in case. But we decided to at one point, like, we just went and did like the fan thing too and went and sat with the fans because we were like, it'd be awesome if we met some people that we like watch us. And we did, like, within a minute of being inside the stage. So it was like, the fantasy headliners, Jake, I love you, bro.
Yeah,
Now, I had only been with you for a couple of months at that point, so he didn't recognize me right away. But
yeah, he pretended like he did though. But no, that's the funnest part is just going out there and meeting everybody and talking to everybody. Yeah, it makes it all well worth it. ODAP boy, appreciate it. Thielen or Aaron Jones in a PPR flex for Roland Paul. Aaron Jones by far for me. Give me that running back.
hey, Jake, we got a question on Facebook real quick.
Okay.
Jeffrey or Snell?
I'll go with Jeffrey with the matchup going up against the Dolphins.
Okay.
Let's see, what else do we have here? Thielen or Aaron Jones? Still Aaron Jones. Hopkins or Jeffries? I just can't sit DeAndre Hopkins. I just don't want to.
Andrews or Griffin? I've got Griffin higher now with the weather. Darnold or Cousins? Darnold's higher.
Yeah.
Hopkins or Jeffries?
Yeah, that's one.
Still playing Hopkins.
Can't sit Hopkins. Just can't do it. Matty P, 2001. Yes.
Yep.
Diamondbacks. Headliners tour Australia, Anton. Here's the deal with that. I would love to do that, but I've heard stories about Australia, and I don't know if they're all true or not. I mean, I know there's a lot of snakes out there, and I just don't want to get swallowed whole by a snake while I sleep.
Dude, that's... oh.
I mean, I've heard stories, but I don't know if they're true. I mean, you can't believe everything you hear on the internet.
Snakes are the worst.
Yeah. It may
They're
be
the
one of my
worst.
biggest fears.
Snakes is your fear as well.
It's one of them up there.
How in the hell did you live in Arizona?
You want to know what's funny? I mean, if you don't look for snakes in Arizona, if you don't go walking out in the desert, you're not going to see them in the city. I never once saw a snake anywhere in the city. The only time I ever did is when you're like hiking on, the mountains. That was it.
Bro, I see a snake, I will push one of my children down and run. I'm sorry, I love them to death. They are my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
I will use them as a shield. Guard a snake. Back.
Take my son here. What about possums are the worst? Are worse than that?
No, they're not.
Possums.
Anything with fur is fine. Let me hang out with a bear for 10 minutes. Don't put me anywhere near a damn snake.
See, the problem is though, like possums, they're mean as crap, and if you don't realize it, I mean, they'll tear you up. Raccoons will tear you up in a heartbeat.
Giannis wants to know if we can be any animal, what would we be?
Any animal in the world. I think a lion would be up there.
You'd be a lion?
Maybe.
That's a great question. I don't know.
Spiders big as your head don't bother you? Nope. Spiders, I'm not scared of spiders at all.
Spiders. Bees, I'll punch a bee in the face.
Yeah. I'll straight up flick a bee. I don't care about a bee.
Anyone.
Flow. Let it flow. Andrew Wolf in the chat. Hey, let's talk about Andrew Wolf for a second. Andrew Wolf, and his name is Flow backwards, by the way, Wolf, is the one responsible for sending this autographed helmet right here of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He donated that to the channel.
Andrew.
That is awesome. We appreciate that. Big friend of the show there. Anton says if you don't look for snakes there, you won't find them there either. Well, that's a good thing, I guess. So then, yeah, maybe we will tour Australia.
Dude. I don't know about that.
I mean, we're gonna need a lot of patrons on Patreon to go to Australia. We can't even we can't even afford to like drive a couple states away right now, but we would love to do that. You have any other questions we got to answer over there, Kyle?
Oh, hold on.
What about?
We probably do. I just lost track. My bad.
Charlie, yes, we're still up.
Although we've only got like 6 minutes. Hold on.
Yes.
Rocco Fernandez, Brady or Tannehill? It's Tannehill for me. Need a high ceiling, OBJ or DD? High ceiling.
I mean, you got to go with OBJ if it's just ceiling you're talking about.
Porter needs full PPR start too. Chark, Thielen, Diggs, Lockett, Cup.
Chark, Thielen, Diggs, Lockett, Cup. I love Chark this week, so I'm going to go with Chark, which means that I'm going to have to sit Lockett or Cup or Diggs. One of those guys are going to have to sit. So I'm going to go. Man, that is tough. I'll sit Cooper Kupp and I'll roll with Lockett, Diggs, and Chark.
Maria just sent a small donation. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate it. Andrew said, let it flow. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. Taryn said, one flex. Holy moly. One. Just one, Jake.
Okay.
Hunt, Westbrook, Shepard, McCoy, Darrell Williams, Snell.
It's between Kareem Hunt and LaShawn McCoy. And I will go with LaShawn McCoy and hope that that's the right one.
Needs one tight end. Goddard, Hollister, Rudolph, Smith, Higbee, Fant need upside. Goddard, if Ertz is out, is 100% your play. If you're looking for upside, though, it's Higbee has the upside just because it's such an awful matchup. But I would probably still go Goddard if you're looking for upside.
Yeah.
Cava says Carson, Coleman, or Williams.
I don't know which Williams it is. I don't know if it's Jonathan or Jamal. I'll have to say Tevin Coleman because I just don't know which Williams it is. If it's Jonathan Williams, I may go Jonathan Williams. If it's Jamal Williams, then I'm going to go with Tevin Coleman.
Ricardo tossed a donation out and said fist pump. Or fist pump, fist bump. There's a little character dancing that says fist bump.
Because this is a fist bump. I can't do a fist pump on the internet. No, careful. Jersey Shore. Jersey. Legit Boxing says, I look cooked like a ham. I don't think so. Okay. Kyle, you've the rails have fallen off.
All right, we've got like 3 minutes.
Okay.
So let's do a couple more headliner after dark questions and a couple more fantasy football questions.
All right, do it. Let's see what here. This one just says, Adam Galelli, love the video started Anthony Miller this week because of you. Half point PPR. Yes, awesome. Thanks, Adam. Kirk, hold it, Kyle. Kirk, Eckler, Fuller, or Sanu. I'm going with Eckler there for your PPR.
Legit Boxing just said that he burned himself on a turkey last night, but I'm not telling you what was burnt.
Okay.
Akeem Spencer said y'all are old fogies. I don't even know what that means.
He's just saying that we're old, and that just means that we're smarter than you. That's all it
means. And I'm honestly not even that old, I don't think so.
I don't care.
You're not that old either.
I'm 38. I don't care what people think is old or not because I feel like I'm not 38.
I'm 31. And I'm aging like a fine wine, to tell you.
Yeah,
okay?
Ish.
Looking good.
Let's see here. Piero Menino just says, help me, like he's like in trouble. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows who Pierre is, but dude needs some help. Somebody go help him out.
Rob J wants to know keto or paleo. I do keto.
Yeah, you do. Not me. What about do you guys have pets? From Mason. I have 2 dogs. They are Beagle Border Collie mixes. Your cat made an appearance on the show this week.
He did.
The cat looked like it was terrified.
He was just hanging out.
We
got 1 more minute. What are a couple of other ones? Y'all are BAs. F these dudes. Legit, you the man.
That's
Appreciate it. But not everybody. Everyone's being cool.
Everybody.
There's a couple.
Alfredo or Oliveira, Cup or Shady? I think Shady is still safer. Higher upside, higher gamble is Cup.
Carson Wentz or Deshaun Watson? I still have Watson ahead of Wentz, actually, but I will play Wentz if I need more upside.
Yes. Jermaine Polidori, Dream Car. What is it, Kyle?
A 69 Shelby Mustang GT.
It's not bad. I don't know if I have a dream car. I just like big trucks. So as long as it's got an awesome truck, sign me up for it. My Cybertruck that I'm going to get. Even though the thing is uglier than all get out, I don't care. That's part of the purpose of getting it, is to draw the attention to the show.
Hollister or Olsen? Hollister. Kenyon Drake or Miles? Did I call you Drake? Jake, Kenyon Drake or Miles Sanders?
Sanders.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Fantasy Headliners Live for this Saturday, November 30th, week 13 of the NFL season.
What's going on here? Is that like your inner what do you want to call, like, play-by-play person? Like a hype guy?
That was my hype. It was my hype.
You were getting the people hype? Well, hey,
getting the people hyped.
It's been real.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we answered a ton of questions. Kyle shut his light off. We answered a lot of fantasy football questions. It's been fun. I hate that the season's kind of almost over. We love doing the live shows. I mean, me and Kyle right there are 100%. Are you burnt out a little bit, Kyle?
Yes.
Yep. Me and Kyle are both burnt out. We've been working full-time jobs and doing this for... We've had a video come out every single day, I believe, for the most part. Or at least, I can't say that because like this week we dumped them all really early. But we've done at least 7 videos a week since May. So we're tired. And we're looking forward to a break. But we enjoy doing this stuff. It's a lot of fun. But the season's coming to an end. We're trying to get everybody to the playoffs and win as many championships as we possibly can. but we greatly appreciate the support. We could not be here without you guys. The Patreon link is down below. If it's something you'd like to do, there's some cool things. Me and Kyle will make some hype videos for you. We'll talk trash to your league mates. Just make sure that you look under the certain tiers. If it's something that you're looking for, you just want to throw $1 a month out there to support the channel, we greatly appreciate it. Would love to be able to hit the road and do more things with the community. It's not just me and Kyle up here trying to be greedy. We want to get out there and give back as much as we can. So, Kyle, you have yourself a wonderful Saturday night. Whatever's left
Ladies
of
and
it.
gentlemen, and Jake, it's never goodbye. It's only until next time.
Did you say ladies and gentlemen and Jake? Like I'm not
Yes.
included in that?
Yes.
Kyle's a jerk. All right. Hey, y'all have a great week. Good luck in your fantasy football matchups. We will talk to you guys later. We'll see you here in just a couple days for week 14 fantasy football.